Welcome to Release Day. I'm Alex Heward. Babe Ruth famously said, "Heroes get remembered, but legends never die." Mountainhead emerged in 2019 with nothing but legends surrounding their alluring identity. Since erupting onto Canada's independent music scene, the Mountainhead brothers, known for their psychedelic electro-pop earworms, have triggered an avalanche of loyal followers. They've even caught the attention and praise from one of the biggest names in hip-hop. If you follow the duo, you know they take great pride in their creativity. While an ongoing global crisis has left the music world scrambling for ways to stay at the forefront of creative innovation, Mountainhead has embraced it. And you can tell that it has made their lives, and those of their followers, a little less mundane.
Over the course of the last year, we've released 8 songs. Generally, how we've been doing it is, like, we recorded it all as a record about a year ago, or maybe a year and a half ago by now. We just decided to go with the single release thing. So when it came to Make It Mundane and Say No More, we were kind of getting a little pressed for time because we've been working on a lot of new material we want to roll out. So we didn't want to stagger a couple months, so we just did, the double single release just to test the waters with that.
How does that look when designing the aesthetic around each of your singles?
We work heavily with David Peyote, who's a brilliant artist.
Shout out to Peyote.
In Montreal. He's like a world famous tattoo artist, but he mixes all our music. And, through chatting with him, we kind of just bounce ideas off each other on how to make releases a little more special and a little more branded, using objects or different posts.
Colors.
Yeah, Gaslight was a really good example of this, with just, driving home that gray and that bright green. Just trying to do things that are a little different than, here's the single art, here's the song, kind of brand each single and give your single or song like a little more of a chance to be seen.
And we were testing the waters pretty much, man. We're figuring it out
Still
as we
are,
go.
yeah.
And we're just getting feedback and then using that feedback to find a direction on the map, really.
Yeah. There's definitely been times where we've waited too long and it becomes a complete rush, but we're pretty well versed now to know that, give yourself a month or two to make sure everything's in order, because you don't want to miss something and you don't want to be super frantic and make a mistake. And if you do, whatever.
It's a little bit tougher now too, with the quarantine, to figure out are we throwing this out on deaf ears, or is it because everyone needs more things to do? It's better.
Is there anything that's being directly affected in terms of releases?
We're definitely in a little bit of a weird spot with this next song, because our manager is super stoked on it, and we think it's a brilliant song too, and we think it has great potential and power to impact. But it would be the perfect song to release when quarantine's lifted. But does that mean we have to wait for a year?
The path probably will be a little bit more clear once we start building the army around it. It's oh, okay, this is where we should go. That's
And we've been working on finishing up some of the other songs that we kept being oh well, shit, we got 10 shows next month, it's gonna be a rough month to try to record, and now it's well, no excuses. I better finish this record.
I think you guys are keeping yourselves relevant either way by releasing and putting out videos and visual content on a consistent basis. It almost gives you a little bit of leeway in releasing new music because you're still out there. People are still seeing you guys.
Really, that's just born of necessity to entertain ourselves, man. That's pretty much the first thing is let's just have fun.
Yeah, Spirit Week was cool because we had never done something where we were just, we'd wake up in the morning and have no idea what we were going to do. And then we'd create the concept, shoot it, edit it, release it all in the day, and then be damn, cool. And whatever, we were just goofing around, but we were kind of, taking this opportunity to explore other ideas. And, we were kind of putting a border up with our branding, because, we kind of have this stoic or more of a serious demeanor, but the reality of who Kyle and I are is we like to have fun and create things and be funny. And and do stuff. So it's kind of a good opportunity to just be like, fuck it, like let's go.
Yeah, if this is the apocalypse and we're all going out, like I'm going out with a laugh.
Yeah,
You know,
I ain't going out with a straight face.
You guys ever gonna do an album?
It's interesting because I mean it's different for the public than it is for us, because we record an album. Like what we did, all those songs we've released, we recorded them all at once as a record. We have an order that we sequenced it in. It does play as a record, but the single release is 100% guaranteed, can say, for us at least, it's given our songs more attention. And there's art with it, there's assets with it, there's shirt designs with it, there's always something for each single. And like we really enjoy being able to create so much different art. Intrigue, I think, is one of the most important things in being a band or an artist. People need to be intrigued, because if they're passively engaged, that's fine, but if they're intrigued, then they're going to seek out more.